Hello guys, today I want to show you how to use Microsoft Excel once you are a beginner, once it's your first time to Microsoft Excel. And to start Microsoft Excel, you can just do it passing through the start button. Can use start button here. You click on the start button and you type in a search Microsoft Excel or Excel. And here you have Excel. You can just click on it, and as it's opening, here I'm now using Microsoft 365. But once you are using Microsoft Office 2016 2019, we shall have the same tabs, the same navigation pane. Don't worry, they will not be different. And once Excel opens, you see here we have blank workbook. We have here templates. We can have here, there is a blank, there is different templates. Once you want to use a template, you can just choose one of these. You can even click on more to see more different template. Here you see there is in here custom calendar, weekly call schedule, loan amortization schedule, personal monthly budget. Here you can just choose one of the template to make to start your Excel, and depending on what you want just to type or to do in Excel. Yeah, these are templates. We have templates, and if just you want to search for another template, maybe you need a template that is not appearing here, you can just type in search and type in search any template. You can find it once you have an internet connection. You can find it there. There is so many template. There are business template, personal templates, planners and trackers, list budgets, charts, calendars. You can just have many templates here. You just have many templates here. But if you are new to Excel, you have to know all about all of this. But if you want to start your own Excel sheet, you just have to click on new or blank worksheet, blank workbook, blank workbook. And the Excel it's opened like this. And living in Excel, we have this view, and you see we have letters A, B, C, D, etc. We have numbers, and we have tabs here, different tabs here. And here letters, first of all, letters indicate the columns. The columns are indicated by letters, and these numbers are indicating rows. We have columns and the rows. Between the intersection of a column and a row is what we call a cell. Here we have many different cells. We have different cells, and in Excel, in Microsoft Excel, we type in cells. Whatever we write, whatever we copy, whatever we paste it or write it or copy it in cell. You see, you have different cells in different columns, and they are designed by letters. We have different rows, 1, 2, and columns here. And apart from that, we have home, we have file, we have insert, we have page layout, formulas, data, review, view, help, and these are all different tabs. These are all different tabs, but within file menu here, we just pass here once you want to save our Excel sheet. And remember that this is a sheet one. This is can have in Excel many different sheets. We have the sheet one. We can just another we can add another sheet. If we just want to work with the different sheets, you click on plus to add the different sheets. You see, and the whole this one is a workbook. We have a workbook and sheet. Sheets are in a workbook, and you have now working sheet. It's the sheet that you are working on in the time in real time. Here we are just talking, for example, with the sheet one. Here it's sheet two. Sheet one is a working sheet, and within file menu is where we click once you want to save. We save our sheet or save our Excel sheet. You can just within file save. You can save as. You can print. You click on save as. Once you want to save your work, your Excel sheet, your Excel workbook, and depending on the just in the location that you just want to save it, you can browse and choose where you can save this. Yeah, this is save as. You can save it to document. You can just change it to desktop, to downloads, wherever. You can just choose where you want to save this Excel workbook. And let's choose Excel, and then you can just give it a name, any name you want. You can maybe call it a template, Excel template 1, Excel template 1, and here there is save as a type. Save as type. Here you can choose different type, different format, different type of Excel. Here we have Excel workbook, Excel macro enable workbook, Excel binary, and so on. Here down there is different types. Here we have PDF, we have Excel 972003, and we have Excel 97 2003 template. You can just choose any type you want, and then you click on save. And now our Excel workbook is saved as Excel template 1, and it's saved to the desktop. And this is a file, and you can just use the file to print. You see it. Can use it to print. Can use this file to print. You see here you print it like this. You click on this file, save as, and then we didn't find anything to print because our worksheet is empty. Nothing we have typed there. And here we have export. You can export it as a PDF. You can just publish. You can even cross, or you can even go back. And here we have home tab. Within home tab we have font, we have alignment, we have numbers, we have styles, we have cells. Once you want to format, you have editing, analysis, and here we have insert. You can just insert a pivot table, and here are tables, different tables, charts. Once you want to just make chart, here there is a pie chart, column, bar, different charts are here. I found here. And here we have sparkle lines, we have filters, links, comments, and then here we have that text. You see what we have in insert menu. We have page layout. Within page layout, it's where we just have themes. We have page setup. We have in the page setup, we see there is margins, normal, wide, narrow. You can just set it as orientation. You can make it landscape, portrait. Once you want to print a document in different orientation, you can just change it to portrait, to landscape. Here there is size. Here you have scale to fit. You have sheet options. You have arrange. You have formulas. In formulas, where we have different formulas and functions. You see here there is function library. We have defined names, we have formula auditing, and here are functions. Here we have data, we have data type, sort and filter, data tools. We also have review. You see review. In review, there is where we have to check spelling, how the words are written correctly. You can check them. Here there is a view. In a view, you can just here there is workbook views, show, zoom. You can just zoom your document. You can just zoom it. You see, you can just zoom it to 100 to 200. You can even custom zoom. Yeah, different functionalities here. And here there is help. If you want help, you can just click on help. To see help here, or community, outside blogs, community here. But let's go to home and see how we can type within cells. We have seen that here we have cells, rows, and we have cells, we have columns, we have rows, and if you want to type something, you see here, you can just type one, and two. And Excel simplifies things once you type 1 and 2, and immediately keep in mind that you are just going 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Once you select 1, 1 to 2, you see you can just put your cursor here to turn it black. You see now it's white, and once it comes here, it it turns black. And you can scroll it down to continue numbering up to the number you want. You see, you can go just like this. First of all, you select those numbers, and Excel has to detect which logic you have here. It is 1, 2, and you can go down to 3 to up to 10. You see it up to 6, and you just scroll down using your cursor or your mouse. You see you can type within cells. You can just say this in numbers. Your numbers here, and here you can say names. If you want to type some names here, let me go in the cell, and remember that we are now typing within the cell. We are just putting values in the cell. Once we go to file again to print, you will see now that we have some data to print. You see there, and names after names, we can just say score. Yes, score in test 1, or score 1, it's plus 1. You can just say score 2, and you see you can resize. You can just resize the column. You can just resize the cell. You see, you can turn the cell to a big or just small. You can resize it. You see, you can say score 2, and we can say score 3. Yeah, these are different cells, and these are different titles. These are different headers. You can just bother them. You can just change the font as we do in Microsoft Word. We can change here in the Times New Roman. We can just change the font size. Yeah, from 11 to 16, you see. And we can just again resize here. You can resize. And we can, for example, here have total, you see, total score. You see, you can do whatever you want in Excel. You can Control A as we do in Microsoft Word, Control A, and you make everything. You just change the font to Times New Roman. For all, you can just change this font size to 18 to 16. You can do whatever. You see, now we have something, and you can save just by clicking here, or by just hold the Control plus S. You see now I have something in my cells. You see, you can just align. You can just, you see here, I can align to the left, can align to the center. I can just align to the right. You see, I can just change it to align to the right within Excel, and those cells here are not tables. You see, are not bordered. Once you print, once you go to print, they will go as if there is no cells here around. You don't just see it here. You go to print, you see, as a print preview, there is nothing here. But to make it a table, you can just board them. Just select, you hold your left click and select. There's a legend you see, and you go there to board. Once you want to make bold, you just go to font, and here click on this bottom border. Click on this drop bar down. You have here bottom border, top border, left border, right border, no border. Once there is you values are bordered, and you just want them to remove the bolts. Or you can all borders. You see, once I click here all borders, my table it's now bordered. You see, now once I go to print, I can see something that all my columns here are bordered. So let's go to print. You see something. Now you have a very nice table. Now let's go and see how we can just put something here in our cells. I can type names. I can say, for example, Jack or John here. I can say John. I can say Peter. I can say Etienne, for example. I can say Mary. I can say God. Let me type the God here. I can just say Jocelyn. You see, now I have different names in my Excel table here. In my table here, I have names. I can just say score. Maybe it is in a given test. I can type 34. I can type 35. And Excel has, with its logic, I can just click here and scroll down to see 30, 36, 39. You see how it is. I can just say 23. Now 24. I can just scroll down again, select, and I put my cursor here and I scroll down. Yeah, it's a logic that Excel has to just think, it detects what you are doing and continue in the same sense. And square 3, I can say 12, 13, for example, and I scroll down to simplify the task. Let me go like this. And here I have total. Before tutorialize, we have to see other things. Here is some simple formulas, but here, as we have a table, we can just change the font. You can just make different background. You see here, you can just do whatever in the font. You see, you can just even change this one. You can change the background over here. Maybe I just want to make it blue accent right here. And within this Excel, remember one thing, that you can just delete a column. You can just delete. You see, you have the right to delete a column. Maybe I just want to remove the total. I just put the cursor here and I select, then I right click and I go to delete. I can delete it, or Control Z to go back, or I come to the undo here. You see there is undo. Can do undo and redo. Redo delete. You see you can just delete a column by clicking by selecting the column, by selecting the column and right click on it and just click on delete. Yeah, you can just delete the row. You can just put your cursor here on the row you want to delete and you right click and then you delete. You see, you can delete a row, you can delete even the middle one, you can just do it. You see, this is how you can delete. You can even delete this empty one. You see, I can delete it. You can do whatever with Excel and you can just Control Z or undo to go back to where you just well. And you can see that you can do many things with Excel, with the Excel sheet, working sheet, and you can even rename the sheets here. You see, I can rename. You right click here, you select the sheet, and you right click and you rename. Here, I can say test score, for example, test score, and you click on here the side and to confirm the name. And with Excel, there is some basic formulas that you can use in Excel, like addition, like multiplication, like division, like sum, like whatever. Let me totalize here. I can do the addition here, and remember to save. And here during addition or any formula in Excel, any formula that you are typing in Excel must be started by equal sign. It must be started by equal sign. Let's, for example, add to the score of John. Let me type equal sign. For any formula in Excel, we just use start with equal sign. Let me, for example, I just want to add 34. I click. You can do in different way. I can, for example, write 34, and I want to add it to 23, and I just shift plus on the keyboard 12, and I click on I hit the enter. I have 69. Or I can just, once I do it like this, it's something that is, I get the answer, but once I update here, there is no change on the tot. Once I want to do it and to let it be being put updated, once here I change the score, I have to use a real formula by referencing to the cell. Let me just do it like this. I can just now, instead of typing 34, I can click to the cell number. You see, this is the cell in the column C to the row number 4. That's why here it is C4. And I go to the keyboard plus sign to add D4. This is the cell in the column D, but in the row 4, and that just I have to add the remaining one plus on the keyboard, and just I hit the enter. It's now 69. And as I told you, it keeps in mind what you are doing here. It can just show detect that I'm adding different cells, and once I put my cursor here to change it to black here on this side, and once I scroll down, Excel will copy the formula. You can see once I go down here, I copy the formula, and I can say that I want to divide. I want to divide this number, equal sign, and once we divide in Excel, once we divide, we use once we divide in Excel, we use slash. Use slash. You go to keyboard Let me just use it on the screen keyboard. You go to keyboard and you just use this slash for once you want to divide numbers. I can say maybe I want to just to divide cosine. This cell I want to divide it by 78, 79, for example. I hit enter. It's now 0.885. I can scroll down for division. You can see once I want to multiply equal sign, I use an asterisk on the keyboard. Let me show you asterisk. Here is the asterisk sign. Yeah, this is the asterisk sign that we use on Excel. Once we want to multiply equal sign, maybe I just want to multiply this one by 2. Let me use asterisk by 2. It's now 138. I scroll down to do the same for all cells. I can now just do subtraction equal sign. Maybe I just want to take this one and subtract this one. Yes, I just click on H4 and minus. I subtract this F4 and I hit the enter. This is how we do subtraction by using negative sign and scroll down to copy the formula. Once you have a very big or wrong list, you can just scroll up to down there. And the importance of using this reference, the cell as a reference, is once you change the number here. Let me show you. Once I turn to 5, all data in the table will be updated. Once I change this to maybe 19, you see all data is here updated. Once I change any number here, everything now is updated. Yeah, this is now have 69. You see 84. I subtract this because I just wanted to get to the total. You see I'm now back to the total. I can just say maybe this is 69 and the whole test, maybe this is of over, maybe it's over 100, you see. Maybe the score is over 100, the total is over 100, and I can say now I want to change this, or I want to change this to something like to another number. Maybe the total marks here, the total score is out of 100, and I want to change it to over 150. I can just use the logic in formula. I can just do it as calculating mathematics. I can say once I want to put this over 150, maybe now it's over 100. I can say this is, I take this one, I take this one and multiply it 150 using asterisk sign 150 over slash 100. It's now 103 over 150. You see I scroll down to copy the formula. It's a very simple logic, and here the score is over 150. I can say now it's now over 150. And to turn it to 100 again, you can just do the same. You can just multiply by 100 over 150. And within the home tab, we have different things. You see numbers here, you have currencies. You can say, I just want to type those things. I just want to see them in United States dollars, you see. And here you see it comes with a different currency. You can change it to euro. You can more accounting format here. And I just say you can say just I don't want these decimals. I can reduce them here in numbers. You see, I can reduce and I can increase once I want. But once I want to reduce, I go here, and once I want to get them and increase this more, I click here back. And this is a currency, but maybe you just want to type the numbers here with this comma style. Maybe there are, let me for example multiply this to attain, let me equal sign. I want to multiply this one to by maybe 200. Here I get something big. You see, here just take my numbers with comma style and I scroll down. You see now all numbers here are written with the comma style. I can reduce or decrease or increase decimals. Now let me reduce them to avoid those decimals here. And with Excel, you can just in the editing format, you can now just use in the home tab, there is where you can format table. You see, you can format any table. There is style, cell style, there is, you can here format height, you can increase the size, you can just increase the size of column, you can do whatever. And the home tab, we have also sort and filter. Maybe I will just want those names to be on alphabetic order. I can just select. You see, I can select all the table. I can select all the table to not miss some data here. I can select from John. Maybe I want them to be in on alphabetic order. I click to home, I go to home, I click to sort and filter. I immediately go to custom. Here there is sort A to Z, sort Z to A, but better to go to custom sort. And you make sure that you choose the best column. You choose now the column we want to sort. Here all names and the column B. Now I have to choose here sort by column B. And here I want to go from A to Z. You can even go from Z to A. Now here the cell values. I click OK. You see now the first name here, the first letter alphabetic order changes and it moves with its data. And you see, you can now sort, you can filter, you can find. Maybe you can say, I just want to find some name. Let me find, for example, Etienne here. I can find it. I click on find, you see it here immediately. Indicate find all. There is only one value here. Can just cross. And you can just in Excel, with this home tab, there is another thing that we call format painter. You see how this number looking like in this table. Once I want just to change also these numbers as this one, you see here there's a table in the correct with the background, with a different background. You can immediately go to font to, I can select any cell here and go to format paint, and I just do the same here. You see, here can only do this. I can select any cell here. I go to paint, format paint. I just select all. You see now they become like this one. I can do the same here. I go to format paint to just to highlight this title. They now look the same. And I save here. Once you are just using, for example, a desktop, you have to make sure that your PC is not going to shut down where there is some unsaved data. And down here you see there is different formulas and a different, and you just maybe want to format this table. I just want you think of it how you can just make it look like something greater. I just have to I just want to make it somehow interactive, somehow interesting. You can just format table as, maybe you want it as, you can format as white table style, right one, as medium. You can just, and your table has, my table has just headers. They will ask you if your table has headers, and of course my table has headers. You see here there's name, score one, test one. I can just tick here to make it, just to confirm that my table has headers, and I click OK. You see now it looks like. You can even change it to whatever you want. Now it looks interactive, and you can format it again. You can just change it in this way. You can make it like this. You can make it green style. You can just make it right gray table. You see, you can give different styles here. And with this table that is formatted, we'll see how we can just use this format table to filter some datas, and within this Excel, our Excel here, we can just copy some datas. For example, you can put copy and paste as we do it in Microsoft Word or other Office. I can maybe select from here. Maybe I just want to select those name from here to here. I can just go there and here click here to copy, or I can click here to cut. I can even click here just control C to copy. I can put it here down, you see, control V. Within Excel you can just copy and paste. Now I have the same table, the same name, the same marks here. You can even take it to another sheet. I can even just select and just copy it to the another sheet. You see, I can take it to the sheet number 2. You see, I can just do like this, and you see you can resize, you can just do whatever. And let me go back to this sheet number 1, test score. And within this our Excel, there is another thing that you have to know as a beginner. Once you are typing something in Excel, maybe sometimes you need to combine two different cells. Maybe you just want to yeah, to combine or to put together two cells, three cells. We use something like that is called merge and center. Within here on this side you see merge and center, merge across, merge cell, and merge once you want to unmerge. And once you want to combine different or to put together different cell, you just click it to merge here. You can merge and center, you can merge across. Let me merge and center. You see here you have all here cells have been merged to do the one cell. I can just now unmerge cells. You see, I can merge more than two. I can go up to here and merge and center. I can just type here something. Let me, for example, write template 1 Excel course for beginners. Here are different functionalities that we can do with Excel, and you can just bold it. You see it's not bolded, and you can bold it. You see, you click here and go to font or borders. Here we have, because one you can bold it with the outside borders, thick outside borders. You can just click here and you see it's bordered. You can just select it, select here, and you just put the background. You can just give a different background. You can give a yellow one. You can just give a different background from those ones here. Maybe let me take this color. This one looks nice. Yeah, this one looks nice. And you can build it. You can just click B. You can italicize. You can even underline. You can even change those letters in different color. You see, you can just change it to red. You can do whatever. And here we have also another functionality that we have seen that how we can paste, how we can copy and paste. We can even cut. You see, I can even cut this table by holding Ctrl X, or I can just click here on Ctrl on cut, and I can Ctrl X this table and I can move it to here. You see, it moved. Ctrl X to cut. Ctrl X to cut. Here down you can just type different numbers and referencing to different cells. And this is with home tab. You can do many things with home tab. You see, you can explore many things here. In the home tab, we have also insert tab. Here you can just insert. You can just insert something like a chart. We can insert whatever. I can maybe say that I want to change something here. Maybe I want those names and numbers for test number one here. And I can say maybe now I want a chart. You select here and you go to insert. What do you want to insert? I will just want to insert a chart. And here there are different types of charts. You see here I have 2D column, 3D column. You can just choose one here, whatever you want. You can take this one, you can do 3D. This is bar. Once you want it to look like this is, let's have this one. And now you have a chart, you can just put it down, you can put it above, and here you see we have our chart, and within this chart you can give it a title. Here maybe let's give us this chart a title. Here are score for different tests. And you see you can now build a chart. You can change it. You can just chart design. You can design it. You can change chart type. You see, maybe you want to make it like this one. You see, to change, you can go back there. You click. Then some tabs here that are coming once I click on this chart. You see, you can edit. You can edit this chart by clicking on it. You can even just do many things with this chart. Yeah, these some of things that we can do with insert insert tab here. Chart design, we can just format. With the format we can fill, we can change the background, we can just format selection. We can, with this chart format selection, we can just fill it. You see, we can just change the background color. I can fill just here. There is fill. You can just bold, you can solve the fill here. You can change the background color using any color you want or any color you like. I can use this one. Maybe I just want it to look like that. I just want to change it to yellow and just go back. And with this chart I can, I have seen how you can just change it with changing it to maybe to bar. You can change it to pie chart. You can just change it to column. Here are different things that you can do with this chart. You can click here, you can go to OK, to change it. You can do many things with the chart or many things with this insert tab. And here are different restrictions. You can explore more and more here. You can just change text. You can maybe think that I want just to change things here. Maybe I want to change the names here. You see, maybe you want to write those numbers here, or those names. You can want to change it with a different text format. All that you can just put header. You can just do many different things. You can change orientation here. You see, you can just angle counterclockwise. Those values, you see, you can do whatever. And now we are on the home, on the page layout. Here there is page layout. You can landscape, portrait. You can just break. You can just break, insert page break. You can just use the formulas, and here we go to formulas later. And here there is data, and here there is review. Here are many things that you can explore in Microsoft Excel. And I hope here now you have seen many different things as beginner, as and you don't have to be afraid with Excel again, because here many things can be done using Excel. You can use different formulas in Excel, and here are many things that you have to explore, and you see how good and how better is Excel once you're just dealing with the numbers. And you see now you can navigate, you can zoom, you can just switch windows. You can just go to another sheet. You see, you can just move to another sheet once you're working with different sheets. And here are different things that you can do with Excel sheet. And Excel Office is very nice once you are dealing with numbers, calculations, when you are just using formulas and functions. Here, formulas and functions, you see you have many different formulas, functions, concat, count, if, counter, if, sum, minimum, average, and here are many different things to explore time to time, And guys, this is a course for beginners that are just starting with Excel. And as we have seen, have seen how we can save Excel by going to file. We can print, we can just save as, we can do many things. And if you want to see many different videos in the future, you have to click on subscribe button and just explore many videos there. There are video for formulas, there are video for different many things in Excel. And with this basic course, you can just get the knowledge to explore many things in Excel now. Right now, I can say with Excel, you can just do many things that are dealing with formulas, functions, numbers, tables. You have seen that we can format tables. We can just resize our cells. We can copy formulas. We can do many things. You can sort. We can filter. We can copy. We can just use percentages. Here you can just see. Here you have numbers that are looking some. I'll just have decimals. I can just change it to percentages if I want. You see, it's 96%. I can do the same for all numbers here. You see, I can scroll down to put all those decimals to 2%, and you can just do whatever you want with Excel once you are dealing with numbers. Guys, let's see next time in other videos, and I hope you're going to enjoy this one as basic course for the beginners in Excel. And very soon after just watching this video, we'll go and scroll many different videos, formulas, for functions, for many different things that I've just worked on Excel. And see you next time.